This video explains how duty scheduling works in SIGNL4. So when you log on to the account management portal of SIGNL4, go to the Shift and Duty tab, and then switch on duty scheduling if it is not yet enabled. Press Save, and voila, we see our scheduling calendar. To schedule a time slot for one of your team members, simply click into the according time slot and then use drag and drop to extend the duty time. You can also schedule multiple people. Just always click into the according row for that particular team member and then use drag and drop to plan that particular person. You can plan people for any time of the day. To move between a specific day and following or previous day, just use the scroll bar here at the bottom. You can also use multiple zoom levels. So we have 3 different zoom levels. We have a zoom level of 30 minutes. We have a zoom level of 1 hour and a zoom level of 1 day. Of course, the 1 day zoom level is used for duties that are longer than a few hours or typically a shift of 8 hours. So that can be used for on-call duties that usually go over an entire week or 14 days. There's also a now switch, which will always bring you back to the current day or the current time of the day. And if you want to move further, you can use that control here on top. There's also a full screen view if your team is a lot larger. And to exit it, simply press Escape. But there's more to that. Duty scheduling in SIGNL4. What makes sense is to switch on the handover assistant and post shift reports. So if you switch that on, there's a shift length that you can set. You can select from 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 1 day, 7 days, 14 days. And a handover time. If you select a shift length of, let's say, for instance, 7 days, you can also set a handover day. That's very handy if, for instance, you plan on-call duties in IT operations, where you would usually have a handover, let's say, on Monday at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. But for our example, we now choose 8 hours, and we press Save again. And what happens is that the duty scheduler will now display those handover times. So here we can see that at 6 p.m. a new duty schedule starts, and then it rotates through every 8 hours, and every 8 hours there will be a handover. And now we have a typical shift rotation every 8 hours. So what happens in this case is that whenever there is a shift handover, the person that is ongoing will receive a post-shift report covering the previous time slot of 8 hours and will receive detailed information about what happened during that previous shift in terms of alerts and any annotations and so on and so forth, right? So this is like a digital handover mechanism. Whenever there's a time slot scheduled here, people will then, or team members will then be automatically checked in for duty, and the people that are off-going, like in this case myself, I will be checked out from duty and Renee will be checked on automatically, so based on that schedule. So if scheduling is enabled, the entire ongoing, outgoing process of people is automated based on the schedule. Then there's another nice feature, which is auto snap. So enable auto snap, press save, and that makes planning a lot easier. So the next time we schedule a person here, simply click somewhere into that shift slot, and the scheduler will automatically adjust the slot length according to here the defined shift length. So that means that with a very few mouse clicks, you can easily plan that rotation. And if you want to, for instance, plan here a time slot of a different length, just click here and do drag and drop, and then we will have a non-auto snap duty time slot in here. Once again, click and drag, and you have a specific non-standard length time slot scheduled here. There's another thing I would like to explain, and that is here the minimum number of team members on duty. So it is a feature that you have also when you don't use the scheduling, but the moment you switch on scheduling, you cannot actually define that, let's say, by typing in a number. Instead, it is automatically derived from the number of scheduled persons during a specific time slot. So in this case here, for this time slot, the minimum number of people on duty is 1. When I go on duty today at 6 p.m. and I want to check out at 7 because whatever, something happened in my personal life and I need a replacement, I cannot check out before somebody else, like a befriended colleague, goes on duty. So I need to have that person go on duty first to meet that minimum staffing level, and then I can check out. So if we have a look, for instance, at this time slot here, between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. on Saturday, there will be 2 people required on duty based on that schedule. And that is the magic of duty scheduling in SIGNL4. Simple, straightforward, easy to use. Here in the mobile app, we can easily see when the duty ends, and it will also display here on the dashboard when the next duty starts that is scheduled for me. I will also automatically receive duty reminders 30 minutes before my next duty starts. I will receive a reminder by push, and I will also receive a reminder actually at the time when the automatic check-in for duty is. And of course, I will also receive a notification once my duty has ended.